Here is a sanctum key. Bam! Yeah! Another one done. I'll use key 8 and see if that works, because it's the 8th rank. It does work! No way! Oh my gosh, trophy! It's not mate. Oh, wait. That is... Hi guys, welcome back to Blueprints. It's episode number 12 and it is the same recording well, not the same recording session, but the same day when I recorded the last episode, so I haven't changed anything in the Excel. We're going to go straight into day number 34 and we're going to get some progress done today. I swear we are. We're going to do it. It is still the middle of a heat wave, so I'm still kind of boiling hot, but I don't have my fan on today, so it's a little bit better today. Day 34. Yeah, 34 is one of my favorite numbers, actually. Yeah. Our biggest thing right now is getting a pump room next to a boiler room. And I am going to take a trading post, mainly because... Now, hang on. Does it still give me the same coins? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's unfortunate. That would have been cool if it gave me the coins every time. I am taking the trading post because still we need to try and find a way to get through the walls. The wall in the greenhouse, the wall in the secret garden, and the wall down here, like the blocked off barrier that leads into the underground. We need to do all those things. But the main thing I want to do today is the reservoir stuff. And I think we can do it today. I think we can do it literally today. This is going well already. I mean, it's very early on in the run. I respect that. But it's kind of like optimal room layout, I think, so far. As you can see, it's not looking too bad. I think boudoir is actually excellent here. Excellent, I say. So we get a coin purse from this. Great. And then we get a gem. Cool. Now, I genuinely think I could play this game for hours and hours and hours. And I think a lot of people have actually been saying, like, huge respect, by the way. People have been saying that they would genuinely watch the entire playthrough without any cuts or anything like that. As much as I know you guys would like that, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make sure there are a few cuts here and there, just so that it runs a little bit smoother and so that we get to the exciting stuff. Because I can sit here for 5 hours and not make any huge revelations, and I think it's better for YouTube if I kind of do put the big revelations in and try and cut out little bits here and there. But I won't be cutting out everything, so, you know, there's that. Right now, I'm just kind of in flow state. I think this is actually pretty optimal. We've got a lot of hallways because we keep drafting hallways on our estate. We want to use a key here, and we want to be careful now from here. I think this is pretty good. Yeah, funeral parlor into the foundation. So now we have our link to the foundation. Now, I am wondering, can I use the wind-up key in the trading post? I'm going to hang on to the wind-up key, and we're going to test that. Because it is technically an item, isn't it? So, surely I'll be able to trade it. I don't know, though. Maybe not. Maybe or maybe not. I'm going to draft gym and then not go into it, because it costs 3 steps, essentially. Tunnel is funny here. Utility closet, I kind of want to do so that we don't get blocked off by you know what. But also tunnel. I think tunnel. Yeah, I forgot. I did want to put this on blue because blue is obviously for like everything that we want is a blueprint. It would be nice to do like green room specific rooms, red room specific rooms, etc. But at the same time, I do want to do my best with like getting the pump room and stuff like that. Let's tunnel out of here. And then let's see what we get back on rank 1. And this is really good actually because it gives us a really easy way to access the foundation again. Or not. Never mind. Now hang on. I'm assuming this is going to be boarded up, but this shouldn't be possible, should it? It shouldn't be possible. What's going to happen here? Eh? Okay, well we've got the shovel. Is this a secret? Oh my goodness. It gave us 4 gems for doing that. Yeah, look, we're like outside. That's really cool. I did not think that that was going to be possible. That's a really cool secret, actually, because, yeah, it kind of makes sense, because you would have to draft tunnel, because that's what it says in the... That's what it says in the description. You always draw tunnel, no matter what. Okay. Well, that's good, and that's not good as well. We do have this to draft down from, and we do have den and the rest of the entrance hall and hallway at the top as well. But I kind of wish I didn't do that. I don't know. Again, it's like I don't really know what the best way to play this is, but I am going to try to just go for the blue rooms now. Oh, the key to the secret garden. Great. Oh, there's a keycard door. Workshop. Great. Great place for a workshop. Oh, lockpick kit. I don't mind it. I think utility closet would be good here. What do we have? Shovel, wind up, key coin, purse. Okay, none of that is going to be combinable, I'm sure. Ooh, attic. Security, though. But attic at the same time. Attic, we've got workshop. Let's do attic. I would have taken security there, but attic has tempted me. Broken lever. You know what? This could be a run. Oh, a vault key. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, now I really want to continue this run and see how far we can get. Sledgehammer. Metal detector. Attic is amazing. Attic is so good. It just gears you up for everything, doesn't it? Okay. Gem. Let's open this with our sledgehammer. And we get 2 keys. Yeah, this is just perfect. Attic is just amazing in so many different ways. So now, is there anything I can craft in here? I don't think so, because we don't have the battery. But I can go to the trading post. Okay, this is a good day so far, I think. So shovel can combine with metal detector for the detector shovel. Oh. I'm interested in doing that just because it's new. I can't craft anything else, I don't think. I can craft a pick sound amplifier, but we've done that before. I'm going to do shovel and metal detector for a detector shovel and see what that does. Just so that we've done it before and we know what it is. What are you going to do? An improved detector shovel. Greater chance of finding coins and keys. Much greater chance of finding keys and coins while digging. Okay, so it is just a combination of both. That's really good, actually. I don't mind it. Okay, it does mean, of course, we aren't going to be able to use the shovel or the metal detector for crafting recipes now. But I don't think that's that bad. I think that's actually a really good upgrade. Especially because keys, like, we're always looking for keys. And coins are always amazing to get loads of. Ooh. It's gonna have to be Rotunda. I didn't want to do Rotunda, but I think it will have to be. And I think we're gonna go back now and just try our best to draft some good rooms. Lockpick kit. Let's use our key. We could have done a secret garden there. Pool. Again, I would have loved utility closet, but pool. I would have loved wine cellar as well. Okay. Back through here. And then in the den... Oh, we have another thing here. Gem. Yeah. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then through here... I think dining room is fine here. There's a lunchbox, which I will take. Have we got to the 5th rank yet? We technically have. I don't know if it gave us the effect yet, but we could keep going up from the pool. I think let's go... Do I go up from the pool right now? I think let's do it. While we're here, let's go up from the pool. Conference room, sure. There's our 10 extra steps. There's Rotunda, but we can't actually access Rotunda. That's... Ah, okay. Sure. I could have used Secret Garden Key there as well, but... Gallery's good for the 2 gems. So we'll do Gallery. And 2 gems. And the roommate key is here. Just in case we did want it. I don't know if there's much point of doing roommate right now. But that's great to know that we can do that. Locker room. Interesting. Utility closet. I think music room. Yeah, music room. I would have liked a secret garden there, but we couldn't do it. Prism key we've never actually used before. I just want to put that out there. It's never actually been useful to us. But I can definitely see it being useful on a run where you're trying to get certain colours. Here we go. Pump room. This is exactly what we wanted. So let's do it. And then we have to hope that below this we can get a... what's it called? A boiler room. We can definitely get a boiler room here. Come on. Come on. No! Passageway is fine because I know that carries the boiler room. Like it has ducts, so I'll take it. We're like aggressively trying to get boiler room here. Come on. Come on. Mechanarium? How many things? We have one here. We have like one mechanic room. Is that it? Oh, and pump room. So we have one... Oh yeah, we have one door for each mechanical room. So we have 3 doors. So that's fine. Mechanarium. We've never been in here as well, so that's good to just have that. And I wonder if there's ducts. It doesn't look like there are. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So, let's go in here. So right now the reservoir is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If we want to ride across the reservoir, it has to be on 13. So we need to take 1 out of the reservoir. Which I can do. I can definitely do. But also, it said that 6 was entry. So if we bring it down to 6, we can see what that will do. I'm quite interested in doing that. So let's click on reservoir. Reservoir is the second... I need to remember how this works. Second pump. So we can't drain yet because we need to put water in here. So the first pump is the second one. So we go like this. Other way. And that's going to take from that one. And then we need to take from the other side when it comes to it. And then we can go to reservoir. And we can flip this up to put water into it. So how much? It was on 14. Oh yeah, 14 minus 8 is 6. So that's good. We can just flip this. And we should be at the right level. The right level for entry. Does that mean we can ride the boat into the tunnel? I hope that's what it means. Because I think that's what we want to do. Yes, perfect. Okay, so it's on 6 right now. So we'll see at least what that does. Remember, though, we can't go down the fountain. We're going to have to go through that door outside the estate. But I think that's fine. We definitely have enough steps for all of this, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Wrong way. We want to go this way, into the mechanarium. This is sort of awful. This is kind of scary. So, let's go through this door. And we get a coat check. Okay, fine. And then through this way, I guess we could go Great Hall. Yeah. And then I think here would be a good place for the secret garden key. So we'll use that. We get the secret garden with lots of dig spots that's going to give us... Okay, apparently it's not going to give us coins and keys. We should get more coins and keys here. We do get a lot of coins these days. I don't know when it happened, but at some point... Another safe key? Oh my gosh, that's so upsetting. Because we're not going to be able to use either of them. Ah, frick. Okay. Oof. The thing with the diary key, though, is that in order to get the diary key, you only need to get 2. So actually, we don't really need a coat check for the diary key. We can probably use the coat check for something else. Okay. Let's go down here. And we get... We could either do mailroom or... I think... I like mailroom. I like mailroom a lot. And then go up from here. Yeah, I think wine cellar. Just to keep going. Because if we run into a vault as well, we really want to take it. How many gems is vault? Do we know? Will it tell us? Where is it? Vault. It's 3. So hopefully we can still get a vault. I don't know how possible that will be, though. Come on. Give me the good stuff. No. Come on. No. Would this one open? Yes. Yes, okay. So then... Nope, no vault here. Ah! Ugh. That's so annoying. I guess we'll go foyer. I bet we're going to draw a vault here and we're not going to be able to take it because we've only got 2 gems. What's beeping? Oh, this stupid coin. Okay. I would have been so sad if vault was there. Let's do library just so that we can take out another book. Oh, we're going to read this book. Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't think we were reading a book today. Alright. The Curse of Blackbridge by Redford Ewing. This is the picture. Oh, this is creepy. This is the picture that was in Orinda Aries' sanctum thing. Forward. The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colourful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy, long ago. Part 1. Oh no. This is gonna be long. The Berry Picker from Oris. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws, composed of society's worst, in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travellers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. So that's probably why, you remember when we were looking through those admin logs and Randolph Moore was saying that Sinclair named it Blackbridge after the legend, and he was like, oh, that's kind of fitting, but it's like, it's very ominous. And he said it specifically, it's fitting because it was in a cave, it was in a literal cave. So I think it could be related to this sort of thing where he's in a gutter behind a churchyard. So yeah, it is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy and well-travelled road paved with temptations leading out of the city and into the gentry lands where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. Oh my gosh. Words. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth. A hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. There you go. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, the notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. I feel like I've heard that before. The Unholy Hounds? Where have we heard that? Somewhere. Maybe. Despite the hardened circumstances that led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jesper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. Okay. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way, Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates, who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage! A carriage is approaching! The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by two beautiful white horses and conveyed by a sterning-looking driver, seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steeds slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You boy, get out from behind that bush," he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not be any face." Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behaviour, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanour of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jesper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had travelled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Blackbridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have travelled much further, for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a price such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself." Jesper felt happier with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far, and even then my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste, in memory of your youth, sir." Oh my gosh. There's a lot. Where are we? Okay. There's a lot here. Cheers to that. I just went to get my water because, as you can imagine, it is boiling hot in here and I'm trying to read out loud and my voice is going already and I've only been recording for half an hour, so... Ah, yes. Sweet, sweet water, like the sweet, sweet berries we're talking about. Okay. So there's something going on here. This is a very innocent conversation between this royal figure and this solitude man. How would you describe someone? Oh, a man in solace. There you go. That's probably a better way to put it. The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket, and at the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat. Oh my gosh, okay. That has taken a turn. I was about to say, this is going to take a turn, I think. The dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth. Wow. The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though, I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me. Oh my gosh. Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. Why have you no purse upon your person? The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. There's a lockbox in the carriage. Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on this man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me? Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Arindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Are we talking about the ivory die? I think we might be talking about the ivory dice, because those have almost totemic symbols on it, I think, on the 4 sides at least. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that's just completely irrelevant, but there you go. I feel like that could be something to do with that. Because I've always wondered, like, what does it mean? What do these ivory die symbols mean? I don't know. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, there is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when the lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for, deadly as the stone, you have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One rot. One what? Oh my gosh, I can't speak. One what, you mumbling agentor? And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had of course heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past, but now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries, and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if life goes on. That's quite scary. That's quite scary when you think about it. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away the 1/12 of his life in a single motion. I like this. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution, and if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him, as if he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. Maybe he needs a dining room or something. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins, and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hands let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said out loud, to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Is it like a history repeats itself sort of situation, where it's like the first guy also had the same fate, almost? I don't know. I have no idea. But I like this. It's not really a huge connection to the game, of course, but the idea of steps, like you're taking steps and then you're going to die if you run out of steps, is similar to the whole idea of this game as well. So I like that connection, even if it's only like symbolism almost. Part 2, Below the Black Bridge. Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on 3rd watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful not to wake the sleeping bandits around her, like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it had. She then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and she saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing into Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, the overpass that connected Orris and Reddington. Ah. To the city-faring travellers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travellers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller too heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later, two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long grey coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Black Guard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Black Bridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveller's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Black Guard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's, the same concern mirrored in each other's expression. This did not sound like the typical carriage cautiously approaching the bridge to the cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. I need to plug my laptop in. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had nocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Blackguard attack. Ah! Okay, this is where I theorize. So, I'm reading this and I'm thinking, okay, great, this is like a legend, fantastic. A lot of people can read this and think, okay, that's a legend, what the hell does that mean? I don't know, and move on. But here, what I'm thinking is how does it really connect to the story? And why is this significant? Why are we being told all of this? And what's the significance of it being called Blackbridge, the legend of Blackbridge, the curse of Blackbridge? And then what's that connection with the actual Blackbridge Grotto and why did Herbert call it Blackbridge. And what I will say is I find it interesting. In Blackbridge we have the Blackguard, and the people who the people who compromised the Blackbridge Grotto base and the Mount Holly estate in general is the Red Guard. So that's a sort of a mirror, right? That's a parallel right there. And that sort of parallel is interesting because it's the thought of like, how does this connect to the story? Well, Blackbridge Grotto is a cave in itself. It's not technically under a bridge. I mean, not that I'm aware of, but it's a cave called the Blackbridge Grotto, and it was prepared to be looked at by Redguard, which is why I think they were doing some devious stuff, like they were hiding things in their admin logs. I think this is to do with like my theory of like what are they, Provsy, Lee B, and Hound Yu, like who are these people? And I have been looking and I've been trying to think, are any of these people that we're hearing about, are they like fake names almost? Like are they pseudonyms? Which I think they are pseudonyms, but I don't think they come from this story necessarily. It would have been cool if they did. It would have been a great connection. But I think this is trying to tell us that, like, this is indirectly telling us what happened at Blackbridge Grotto and with the estate in general upon the disappearance of Marion Marigold. I think that's quite interesting. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She expected cavalry. But before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain. Yet, she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the unholy hounds came spilling forth from the earth, as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they now both realized. They had made a mistake. The gang's chieftain, Jeffrey Heartslasher, right, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him, a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favourite. He had always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she had always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone, a marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar swords marking neighbouring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There was nothing to say. Arinda logo there. Logo. Okay. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, a far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her. But even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she had ever spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave. Her eyes now open wide despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began, blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Foderick Lee of the Black Guard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Okay. This is one of those situations where I've read this out loud and I've tried to understand while I'm reading, but I'm also trying to read properly. And this is a really interesting story. And that, like, when this started talking, an hour or so later the screams began, like, oh my gosh, that line is beautiful. Well, not beautiful, but it's a really, really well put line and really, really effective. I don't know what this means. So this is going to be an outside of episode thing where I'm going to reread this. Of course I am, and I'm going to tell you what I find in episode 13. But that was definitely interesting. I really just don't know what to think of that. Do we want room 8 here? I think so. Room 8. Oh, no, but it goes that way. Oh, I wanted it to go the other way. Ah, you idiot. Oh, well. I don't think we want anything in here then. Okay, well, that's it, apart from the entrance hall. Let's think about what we want to do, because I've got 30 steps. I can go to the dining room at least, because that will give me another 20 steps, so that's good. That's good to know. The pump room we did, meaning we can go via, not the fountain, but the place near the fountain. We can go to the basement. I also want to go to the trading post and the workshop. I think we need a battery. I think in order to make the thing that breaks down the walls, I think based on knowledge from the book and knowledge from going in the workshop before, I think we need a battery, a broken lever, and a sledgehammer. And I think those three things will make the thing that I need. Whatever that may be. I also want to try and draft a vault here, though I don't know if it's going to happen, because we only have 2 gems right now. It's going to cost 3 gems. So we need to get a gem and then a vault, but I don't think that's going to happen. Coat check. I might put a vault key in the coat check, because we can always get the diary key again. So let's do that. So let's go down and then into coat check and then dining room. These rooms are all open now, actually, so I might get an extra gem here. I can also do this, even though it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the slightest. That book took ages to read, by the way. That was a very long book. So yeah, in the coat check, I'm going to... Can I check? Oh, I need to retrieve first. I'm going to retrieve the diary key and then put a vault key in 304. Because I feel like we know that the vault is going to have... The vault is going to have a sanctum key, so we need no matter what to get the vault. Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot the secret garden spreads fruit, and we have the conference room. Second time, I think in 2 runs that this has happened. That's actually perfect, because I was a bit scared about steps, but I think we're good now. So, dining room into entrance hall. Okay, now the question about the trading post is, will any of the things that I have become a battery pack? Battery pack seems so unbelievably rare. It's kind of crazy how rare it is, or how little we've got in it at least. Coin purse for car keys. Wind up key. Yeah, we can trade. Oh, the wind up key can be traded for 2 ivory dye. I'm going to do that because we need. Oh, but we could have done the thing. I'll also take lockpick kit, 3 ivory dye. That's actually good to know. Broken lever for battery pack. That's not what we need. Lucky rabbit's foot. Compass. A gear wrench. Wow. 4 ivory dye. Magnifying glass for battery pack. Let's do it. And the gear wrench. The gear wrench allows you to change mechanical room rarity, doesn't it? We could have done the pump room. I'm not going to do that though. So I think we have everything we need. I think we have sledgehammer, broken lever, and battery pack. I think that's what we need. Again, I could be completely wrong about this. I wouldn't doubt it. Seeing as we can go into the reservoir anytime, let's prioritize getting this tool and seeing if it works. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't work. Let's also try and do this. Boiler room. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be that. Oh, I should have re-rolled. Damn it. Ah, why didn't I do that? I just completely forgot that I just got those re-roll dice for that reason. Ah. I'm sometimes very forgetful. Okay, so we're back in the workshop. Can we make something out of this? Yes! The power hammer. And the good thing as well is we've got a secret garden. And a coat check if we need it. The power hammer. A stronger sledgehammer that can also break down weaker brick walls. Yes! Okay, finally we have this. This takes ages to get. So, now we have 34 steps. I want to go to the secret garden. I can actually go through the rotunda now, which is useful. So, it won't actually take that many steps off of me. I want to go to the secret garden. I want to go to the place outside and use it as well. And then I might even want to coat check it, because we still need to use it in the greenhouse. And potentially the weight room as well. We saw it could have been used in the weight room potentially. But I think Secret Garden is the one I'm most intrigued about, at least. So let's go through the gymnasium into here. Back through here. And then let's use the rotunda. Makes me feel a bit dizzy, you know. I don't know why. I get a bit of a dizzy feeling when doing that. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like it at all. Okay, so bit of a shortcut here. So let's see what this is. I'm so excited. What could this be? Oh. What is it? Eh? Oh, it's just another one of those. So can we have them all facing the other way, maybe? Or facing towards the swan? Let's have them face the other way and see if that works first, and then we can try other things. It might be a case if we need a certain combination. Okay, and then this one will do the same. I'm not sure about this. Oh. So if I want to, I can open either door. Based on... Oh, based... Okay, I see. Because we've gone west and east. But hang on. What if we do it north? Or south? Will it still work? If we point them all south, will the south door lever work? Because if so, we have a very overpowered secret garden. What? What is that? I mean, I know what that is. That's literally... Like, we literally already have this. Oh my goodness. I didn't know there was more to this than just what we had. I didn't even really think about it. So now let's go all north. And surely all north has got to be something. I swear, if it gives me Fen Ares' sigil, I'm gonna cry. It's like, I know where all of the Fen Ares and Orinda Ares sigil stuff is. I have no idea where to find anything else. I'm just getting them from context clues, like the dirigibles thing for nuance. What is this gonna give me? Ah. So we're back here. That's a bit confusing. Okay. Not as good as I thought it was, but it's interesting that you can get two different... You can get either the east or west from the secret garden. That is interesting. Let's go... I would say let's go all the way back now. I think let's go and open the place in the basement. So can I get rid of these boarded up things? Yes, I can. I knew it. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Okay, so what is through here? Crate and stuff. Sealed entrance. Oh, this is this. I love how I keep doing a puzzle and then I get a clue for the puzzle the next day. It's so funny. So yeah, that's that. Okay, fine. Scripps and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 289, 1917. Excavation progress is doing smoothly and crew spirits are higher than they have ever been in weeks. I believe this increase in morale is in no small part due to the installation of the boiler, which has honestly been a godsend. We now have a steam power and no longer have to rely on raw muscle to scrape and heave the clay like dogs. The new steam power hoists and winches are fully operational, and we have been able to unearth over 5 times as much sediment per shift as we had been previously excavating. Okay. And then this is the other side of this, isn't it? Of the other side of the basement. Yes. So, that's really exciting because now it means we have instant teleportation to the foundation, don't we? Any more bricks I can break? In all seriousness, are there any more? We have a magnifying... Oh, no, we don't, because I traded it, didn't I? Oops. I still need to use the magnifying glass in here and on the basement map as well. Okay. So then, what else did I want to do? Oh, yes, reservoir. Of course. Of course, reservoir. So let's see what the reservoir looks like at least. Oh. But then, okay, I can go down here. So that is the entrance there. But how do I get to the boat? I have a feeling what needs to happen is I need to use the boat from there to here, and then I need to drain so that we can access the boat from down here. And then we can go through the tunnel. We can't quite see what's in the tunnel, but it's definitely a tunnel. Okay. I'll just accept that that's that. That doesn't feel good. I thought that might be it. But it looks like there's even more to that puzzle than I thought there was. So I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh my gosh, I just realized I can't go down the foundation anymore. The fountain anymore. Oh, I've messed up. No, I haven't. I haven't messed up because I can go through via the other place down here. Ooh, I seriously thought I messed that up. Big time. We don't have many steps though. I might die on my way to the basement again, but... Yes, I really thought I messed up there, but we don't need the fountain anymore. We don't need the fountain because we unlocked a shortcut. I'm really glad I remembered that because otherwise I was going to be panicking for ages. Like, I've messed up, I've messed up. Oh no. I don't have enough steps, do I? It's to go in here. Not in there. That's the chess room. In here. Oh my god, one step left. It's not going to happen because it's going to take a step to come out here. Maybe not. No! No, god damn it. Okay, oh well. We have to call it a day. So we need the pump room again. It's okay, we can do that. I know we're focusing at the moment on lots of blue rooms. Because I still want to get Clock Tower again. I still want to focus on getting Clock Tower. I know I'm focusing a lot on this blue room stuff, but it's to make progression, you know? I just need to get pump room over and over again and make sure I can get down into the reservoir. Oh, this is so tricky. That was a good day, though. I will admit, that was a good day. Right, we'll take a hallway here. And then see what's on this side. A corridor. Oh, a spare room. Yes. And then this side is going to be a den. Let's start with the den because it gives us a gem. The corner room treasure trove. Let's do it. Plus 5 gold for each time you visit the treasure trove. Oh yes, I want to do blue. For each time you drafted treasure trove. Okay. Moon. The trunk is locked. So we can open that with a key. That, you know, we currently don't have a key. Okay. Is there anything else in here? There's 5 coins. I don't think there will be anything else in here because I think this is mainly for the gold. This guy's looking pretty cool. Oh, look, a harp. Ah, a knight as well. Multiple knights, if you will. Okay, so let's come back with the key at least. Workshop, great. Broken lever. Let's try and craft the same thing if we can. That would be great. Especially if we get a greenhouse, which I don't think we will, but... we can do storeroom. Don't mind a storeroom. And because we're passing through anyway, let's open this. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. But that could also be false. I'm not, like, if that's false, then it means the green memos will always be false. Oh, which is true. Okay, yeah, so never mind, that's a contradiction. So they are always true. But where are the green memos? What do you mean? Maybe just every time we draft, it will be a different green... Maybe every time we draft, it will be a different green memo in here. Okay, we need to keep track of that then. See if we can do that. If we get Chamber of Mirrors... I mean, why not, right? Why not? gives us loads of gems as well. So, I mean, if we can get to the other side of the room, which we might not be able to. But we can give it a go. Oh my gosh, Den here is brilliant. Now we just need a tea room. We need a tea room. Try and get into the fountain. Or the foundation, sorry. Well, not great. Let's do observatory. We never do observatory. And I feel like I feel like I'm underrating it. I have an itchy eye. Oh, a key and the twins and also farmer's apple. Yeah. Cool. So that's that. And then we're in the foundation now. I'll put a utility closet here. It also gets rid of the fact that we, you know, like we won't draw it again. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh. Ooh, hard decision. I'm going to take attic. Attic is always good for us. And we've got a workshop already. So, you know, the synergy there is insanely good. We'll have a key here. Let's make sure that there is no sledgehammer before we open that trunk. I think that's a good idea. More north floor plans. Is that something? Oh no, that's the handle, of course. Coupon book. Oh, treasure map. Where's the treasure on this one? Okay, 2-6. I'm going to forget about that until we draft that room. Another vault key. Are you kidding me? It's teasing me. And we need 3 gems for that as well. Bit sad that we didn't get any. Oh my gosh, we didn't get any gems in this room. That's really bad. That's actually really unfortunate. So we need to be careful now. But we can only go through the den anyway. A torn and discarded scrap of paper. Workshop idea. Lucky rabbit's foot and coin purse. Okay. That's great knowledge. That's like, I don't know, in like The Escapists where you get a freaking crafting recipe or something. That's so strange. Okay. It's weird that we've never seen that before. Things like that just keep cropping up. Gallery, like genuinely gallery for the gems. Although ballroom, oh no, we couldn't draft ballroom, could we? Okay. We may as well get room 8. And the coins, of course. My gosh, so far this isn't going very well. I'm not really drawing anything that I want to draw, and I haven't got a very good floor plan going. This is quite concerning. I'm gonna hope we get a secret garden key here. Yes, we did. Oh, and we get the treasure here, which is going to be the coffer, the lost coffer or whatever it was called. So treasure map. Ah yes, this looks like the spot. Time to start digging. Dig, 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 dig. Dig. Epic. We could get something else, to be fair. Or is it going to be the same treasure chest? and the dog is dogging. The dog is dogging. It contains 8 gems. Oh, that's perfect. That's literally what we needed. We needed gems. So let's take lab here. Let's do an experiment. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, each time you eat an apple, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room, Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. Spread... Oh, none of these are good. I mean, each time we eat an apple, spread dirt on the driveway, sure. We're probably going to eat a lot of apples because we have 2 conference rooms and we're going to have a secret garden. So that's good. But I just wish that would have been like, add 1 to your allowance. Another attic would have been insane. Drawing room is good. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, this is a security door, but we just got security, so we can now actually go through here. Great. Ooh, boiler room. We don't have pool, though. I always get excited by boiler room, and then I realise I don't have a pool. This is going to be storeroom. We do need more keys, of course, so I will always take 2 keys. Okay, and then what's near the dining room, on this side of the dining room? Another security. Mechanarium. I mean, we'll do a mechanarium, but I don't think it's particularly useful. What? What is this? What? Excuse me? And then the same with this. A silver key. This is insane. I did not know that's how the mechanarium worked. And then this one as well must be an upgrade disc. Oh my goodness. How interesting. I didn't know that. Well, actually, mechanarium isn't that bad after all. Wine cellar. Yeah. So then what do we get from this upgrade disc? Which I just kind of stumbled upon rather than actually wanted. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Guest bedroom. Interesting. We do take guest bedroom quite a bit right at the beginning. Guest bedroom. Hidden effect of a random bedroom in your draft pool. Interesting. Quest bedroom. If you enter antechamber today, add 2 coins to your allowance. If you have tomb on the estate to get today, gain an additional 4 dice. And it's already 2 dice. Geist bedroom, that's funny. I do like reroll dice, but at the same time, adding 2 coins to your allowance. Do we go into the antechamber that often though? We don't really. I'm interested in quest bedroom. If you have tomb on your estate. We don't tend to have tomb that often, but just having two reroll dice is good. But also that doesn't give you 10 steps. I think quest bedroom. Because it still gives us the 10 steps. But if you go into the antechamber, it's just an additional reward. That's really good to get. I like that. It incentivizes us to go to the antechamber more often. Let's go to the music room. We could do freezer, actually. I don't think freezer would ever be a bad shout. Car keys, don't care about. Unless, of course, we get trading post, which could be quite good in this run as well. Trophy room. It's going to have to be workshop. Battery pack. Interesting. What do we have? We have so much. Oh my gosh. So shovel, broken lever, battery pack makes a jackhammer? I mean, sure. What does a jackhammer do? A makeshift jackhammer. More effective than the shovel at excavation. Digs deeper and finds better items. I mean, I don't know if there's like a secret that we're going to have to find with that. Vault! Yes! We have a vault key. Okay. Vault is great. Thank goodness. I've been wanting to get that for ages. Okay, and dinner is ready in, I think, 2 dining rooms. I think I heard 2. So, we can finally figure out what the safe deposit key does. If we can draw the other thing, oh, it's the day after my birthday. If we can get the, what's it called? If we can get the code check, then that would be insane because that's another vault key. So let's see what this does. So vault key 149, is there like a number system? Yeah, 149. Come on then. What is in here? An allowance token. Loads more coins that we can hardly even see. And then a passport for Fen Aries. FA815544 Fen Aries. We have this symbol again. This was in like the mail room or something. No, that was in security, I think. Something. International passport. Diplomatic pass. 455 FA815544. Sure. See, that other one that we said was like a little bit staged. This also seems staged. Or forged, sorry, not staged. Yeah, because this isn't even Marion Marigold. This has Marion Marigold's picture. This is a fake ID. This is a fake ID with a fake sigil, meaning the birth certificate was also fake. Samantha Hayes. Aresian. Date of birth 1954, sex female. Date of issue 84, date of expiry 94. This isn't a real person. Well, this is a real person, but this isn't her name. Interesting. Oh, now I really want to get all these other keys. All of these going to be keys. Oh my gosh. We have found a lot, to be fair. We have found a lot of vault keys. I was hoping that would be the sanctum key, but it's not. So one day we'll find the sanctum key. I don't have any more, do I? We only had 149 in this one so far. Okay, let's see if we can get the coat check then. Coat check is very common, but we're unable to redraw. I mean, we're getting the drawing room, so if we don't get coat check, then we'll redraw at least. Use. Coat check, coat check, coat check. Another attic. Coat check, coat check, coat check. I'll take the pool. I really want this coat check. Can you tell? No coat check. Let's take aquarium. Coat check, coat check, coat check. Drawing room again. I mean, it gives us another redraw. That's fine. Come on, I just want a coat check or a pump room. Coat check or a pump room. Library. Reading nook. Redraw. Okay, clock tower. I'm fine with clock tower because we want to go to the clock tower anyway. So, there is a puzzle here. 100%, and I'm not leaving this clock tower until we figure it out. Well, you never know. I might. Okay. So, chef and chief, sure. There is a puzzle here, and I don't know where it will be. But, oh, gem. But we got this, which is stuff for Ajara. Or Iraja, sorry. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. So it's spelled sacred because it's an acrostic. I also did notice fourth is spelt wrong. As in, it's fourth, the number fourth. Rather than fourth as in going forth or coming forth. So fourth is spelt wrong, so it's going to be numeric or something. Sacred. I have also noticed south, west, north, east. Which is going... It's going clockwise. That's interesting. It's going clockwise. We're in the clock tower. I really don't know what this is. Wait. These two are the same. This is the same. But this is not the same. So, I don't want it to be another case like the den where we messed up with the den. We thought there was a puzzle in there, but we thought there was a puzzle where it was like the arrows, but there didn't seem to be anything in there. But it might be a case of we need to wait until, what is this, 1:30, which is a little while. But why sacred? I don't know. Also, what was this clock? That's 1:30, isn't it? If we look at it this way, yeah, that's 1:30. So let's come back here at 1:30, which we've got quite a bit of time, and I'm not just going to sit there and wait like I have the other times, because it actually does take a while. Time does go relatively slow in this game. Special keys. Yeah, we want to take Secret Garden. Or Silver Key. We want a pump room. We want Secret Garden into pump room. What was our experiment? Each time you eat an apple, spread dirt on the driveway. Okay, we're going to get a lot of dirt, I think, because we've got Secret Garden. We can actually enter the antechamber. Let's go see Silver Key, because it's the only way we can do anything here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, we can eat some stuff. We get another lunchbox as well. Oh my gosh. It gives us way too much. Chamber of Mirrors is overpowered, I will say. Especially when you have the King's banner. We've got 2 conference rooms. Let's go through the conference rooms, back to the hallway, draft these 2, try and get a coat check, try and get a pump room. And if we can get either of those things, I'll be really, really happy. And then once we've done all of that, we can go back to the clock tower, and it should be 1:30 by then. In theory. I'm probably going to miss it. Oh no. Right. But in the meantime, we can eat loads of apples, which is going to spread loads of dirt on the driveway. Also, why are the apples 5? Oh, because we had Farmer's Apple. Oh, wow. We're going to have loads of steps. Jackhammer. I forgot we even had Jackhammer. So actually, this experiment is perfect because of Jackhammer. Loads of gems? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. 3 old keys? We're having a laugh. I mean, wind-up key. So weird. If we get freezer, we are set for tomorrow. Actually, we are hoping for freezer. We've got 107 coins. 107 coins. Whew. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Every time you eat one here, it spawns in here. They're on the table. That's so funny. The neighbors are probably like, who the hell is jackhammering in their conference room? If we don't get freezer, I'm going to be so upset. If we get study though, we're going to re-roll for whatever we want. Silver key. This run is crazy for this. Compass and shovel. Compass and shovel. Right. Right then. Weird. Battery pack and compass. Oh my gosh. What is that going to do? A battery pack and compass. That's just insane. Okay, and then finally, what else is under the table? An old shoe. Okay, great. I didn't really need to know that. All right, so I think that's all the dirt spots in here. It's so funny. All right. So now I need to make sure I'm checking the time. It's not even 12 o'clock yet. I think we're good. So we go through here. Look how many gems and coins we have. Wow. So now we get hovel, right? Hovel would actually be fine at this point. We've got a lot of steps as well. I just wish we could do that earlier in the run. But it all comes down to these last two rooms. Hopefully we can get a room that we really, really, really want. I got both of the rooms I wanted. It has to be freezer here. We can do pump room another day. Freezer is crazy. Crazy good. 24 gems, 111 coins. And then here we can get sauna. What? Okay. This wasn't that good of a run. But my accounts have been thawed. Okay. Thank goodness. I thought for a second there I wasn't going to be allowed to freeze my accounts again. But it seems I'm fine. For a second, I thought it was all over again. We can open these. I mean, there's probably going to be gems and coins in, which I'm not going to be able to pick up. But actually, though, I can pick them up. I can pick them up if I use the sauna. Isn't that crazy? Okay, well, doesn't matter really. Oh my gosh, I forgot this was even here. A lockpick kit and gems? What? I mean, again, I don't need them. Alright. So, what do I even do at this point? What do I do in this outside room? I don't think there's anything in this outside room I particularly want or need, to be honest. Oh, we could... Imagine doing shrine with 100 coins. We can do tool shed. I don't know if there's many tools you can, like, left to get. But that and that. So, look at all of these freaking items. What a run. So I've just gone back down to the reservoir just to check on this. Right, so it does look like the boat is going to be down there, yeah. So we do need to get to 13. 13 with the boat. Get over to there with the boat. Go up through the exit this way, whichever exit we want. And then drain down to 6. And then we can ride the boat into the tunnel, I think. Oh, that's not the tunnel, but the other tunnel. Okay, so that's what we need to do, I think. Is there anything I can dig here? Okay, no. So that's what we need to do. Oh, I can't go through that way. Damn it. Okay, it's coming up to 1 o'clock. We're going to go to the clock tower again because I don't think there's anything else I can do. There was plenty of things I wanted to do, but we weren't able to, unfortunately. It's cool that we did open a vault key. It would be nice to get the other one open as well, which we can definitely do on a future run. But let's go to the clock tower and just sit and wait, I guess. Okay, we are... I was about to say we are almost there, but there we go. There's a cutscene. Oh my goodness. What does it mean? 1:30. Oh. That's going to be where the sanctum key is. Okay. Great. I don't know if that was a good puzzle because I don't really understand it, but we figured it out. I mean, there was 1:30 scattered everywhere around this room, so it does kind of make sense, but... Oh, another staircase? How weird. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30, 1:30. Okay. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. You have got to be joking me. So, blue memos are true. Red memos are false unless they are handwritten. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. True. Different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. So the minute hand is on the 12. Okay, I'm going to write these down. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So third clock, this is false because it's red and not handwritten. So this is false, so it has not all different numbers. Again, it's the thing of like, is this going to be, does it mean it's all the same numbers, or does it mean it's not all different numbers? Because they are different. And I think it's the latter. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing 7. So fourth clock contains 7. Okay. Oh, fourth clock contains 7. Neighbors contain 7. Oh my gosh. This clock should not be set on the hour. So the fifth clock is set on the hour. On the hour. So that's one of the 5 that we need to be set on the hour. So on the hour. Okay, so we know what this one is, don't we? So this one, I don't know if I should go through all of them first or not, but this one it has to contain a 7 because of this. It has to contain a 7 because it's this clock's neighbor. It has to contain a 7, but it also has to be on the hour. So therefore it must be 7 o'clock, right? So it's this with a 7. Okay, but it's not going to tell us if we're right or wrong. This is hell. This is torture. Oh no. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, or 3 or 4. None should contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, Okay, I think that's fine. I think we can do that. And I think by none of these clocks, it means all of them, right? Or none of them. But yeah, like it's referring to every clock here. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is tricky. This is proper puzzle stuff. So 7th, 3 numbers the same, but in reverse. And then this one, handwritten, so it's true. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. That is so helpful. Up in ascending order. So, I'm drawing out a diagram basically, and maybe I should draw this on the Excel. It could be a good idea, but I'm drawing that out, right? And I've written down a lot of notes here, and it's very messy, but I've drawn this sort of diagram, and I think I'm going to draw that out in Excel. So give me a few seconds. So here's how I'm going to go about this, right? Because there are multiple ways I could do this, for sure. But this is what I have so far. So all of them are in ascending order. Like, we just have to think about that, really. And this one we know is 7 o'clock because it has to be on the hour based on what this clock says. And this has to contain a 7 based on what the 4th clock says. I don't understand how we can do this, though. Contains 7. So the 3rd clock is not all different numbers. So does that mean it's all the same number? In which case it would be... I mean, it contains a 7, so it would have to be... It would have to be like 117, 217. So let's try. Let's write this out. 117, 227, 337, 447, 557, and that's it. It can be any of these, I think, because these are the only ones that don't contain. These are the only ones that don't contain different numbers. And less than 7 o'clock, right? Unless it could also be 007, I guess. But I doubt that because there's 2 that come before it. So these are all possibilities. What else do we have? So all different times. All different times. Okay, and in ascending order. 5 are on the hour. So we've got one that's already on the hour, which is why I've highlighted it orange. We know for sure that this one can't be on the hour because it's... Yeah. This one can't be on the hour. So let's have an on the hour row. So we know this is not on the hour, because it just can't be based on all of these possibilities. It can't be on the hour. Neighbours contain 7. We've done that. 5th is on the hour. None should contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So none should contain, or none contain 1, 2, 3, 4. So it can't be these, right? So I'm going to highlight these blue. Or purple. Purple is probably more thematic. So these don't contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this has to be 557, I think. I think this is 557. Meaning this is probably 6 o'clock. Probably. Like, by process of elimination, I think it's going to have to be 6 o'clock. But I can't prove that yet. This one, 3 numbers, same as other, but in reverse order. This formatting is going to be awful, but let's do this. 3 numbers, same as another one, but all in reverse order. And then up in ascending. How do we figure this out? The thing is, this cannot be 7:55. And I don't think this can be on the hour. Can it be on the hour? No, it can't be on the hour. It can't be on the hour. I don't think. So then that leaves one. That leaves one of these that isn't on the hour. That is the reverse of this one, I think. So, and if this is 3 numbers, it has to be less than 10. It can't be 10 o'clock. This is so hard. This is so hard, but I'm loving it. I think one of these two are not on the hour. Because if this was, say, 6:45, I mean, that's a bad example, but if this was like 6:11, for example, this would be 11, which would be fine, but then it would be 6, or 1:16, which doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh, this is so tricky. None should contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. 7th is that 3 numbers are the same but in reverse. Is that all of the clues that we've got? This is complete guesswork. I mean, this is tricky. This is tricky. So 5:57 we've got for the third one. Right, because we did this. So this is 5:57. 57. Hour is 5. So that's that, I think. It's so tricky. I think this has to be 6 o'clock then. I think it just has to be. And if it's not 6 o'clock, there's no way of telling what it is. I'm going to say 6 o'clock. Oh my gosh, what happened there? What is going on? What? Okay, that was very weird. That's 6 o'clock. I don't understand how we can figure these two out. Oh, none of them contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So this has to be 5. Because it can't go below 5. This has to be 5:50 something. It has to be 5:50. Ah, okay. So that means that this one is on the hour. This one is not on the hour. And then by process of elimination, because 5 are on the hour, these have to be on the hour. And that has to be on the hour. So, and then these are opposites, aren't they? Opposites. So let's just do this in green. So green, green, opposites. I mean, we could have just copied. These two are opposites. Oh, not that one, for goodness sake. This one. So how can we work out what it is? It's an opposite. Oh, because, oh, it's 5:56. And then this is, no. But it has to be below 5:57. This doesn't work. Three numbers, same as other, but in reverse order. But none of them contain a 1, 2, 3, or 4. So how is this possible? Because I'm thinking if this is 5:56, then this would be 6:55. But that's not right, because that's not in ascending order. This would have to be 8, and then this would have to be 9. I think. I think this is going to be wrong, potentially. I mean, let's read this again. Right, let's read what this says again, because I think I'm most confused about that one. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So would it be all same numbers? But it can't be. It can't be because it has to contain a 7. So it's just not all different numbers, which means 2 of them are the same. So I feel like my logic is fair. Because two numbers are the same and it contains a 7. And it's less than 7 o'clock and it doesn't contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think I've just realised this is correct, this is correct, and this is correct. And the reason is because we've got 5 that are on the hour. You can't have anything less than 5 o'clock because there would be a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in it. So you have 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Then you can't have 10 o'clock because that's got a 1 in it. You can't have 11 o'clock because that's got a 1 in it. You can't have 12 o'clock because that's got a 1 in it, or it's got a 0 in it. I don't know, but... So it has to be those 5. So I think these are all correct. It's just these two I'm confused about. Because this has to be... It has to be 556 because it's less than 557. It's not 555. And it can't have a 4 in it. Unless it's 506. And then this would be 605. So that would be 5... Oh, it would be 508. 508, 805. Right? Does that work? 5, 508, 557, 6, 7, 8, 805, 9. Yes. Yes. Okay, let me just write this down in my book and then convert it to the big screen and we'll see if we are correct. But I have a good feeling about this. So, starting here, this has to be 5 o'clock. So, let's put this here. Great. 5 o'clock. And then this has to be 5:08. So, hour hand to 5. Minute to 08. Bam. And then this is going to be 5:57, which we've done. That's 6 o'clock, which we've done. 7 o'clock. This is going to be 8 o'clock. This is a really cool puzzle. I really, really like that puzzle. And it's like... It's so cool how the answer just comes out of it. Like, it feels like this shouldn't be possible based on the notes that we have. But it is possible. Because I'm right. Watch. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Oh, beautiful. That was so much fun. That was the most fun puzzle. That was the most fun I've had in a puzzle in this game so far. I genuinely really enjoyed that puzzle. Ah, it just makes me want to do more of that sort of puzzle. But I don't think more of that puzzle exists, really. I think it's just like a this game thing. So let's go down to the Sanctum. There isn't one that we can do right now, because we don't know some of the sigils. But we can at least put the Sanctum key in so that we don't lose it. Okay, so we've got our 4th Sanctum key, which we're going to put into here, which is a Raja. I think it's the hourglass. Yep. Oh no, it's the mountain. Oh no, this is Arch Aries. We don't have anything on Arch Aries, do we? Oh, I've done this in the wrong order. That's weird. I guess this would go there then. Yeah, we don't have a single thing on Arch Aries, apart from we know it's mountains and yellow. So, that's unfortunate. We've completed Fen Aries. And we have... in our objectives, we can probably update quite a lot in our objectives now. We've done the clock tower puzzle. Yeah! Vault, we need the key. Reservoir, we need to drain. No idea with the station still. No idea with behind the last door of 8. I would have thought, though, last door of 8 would be room 8. I don't know what that means. Behind the last door of 8. I really don't know what that means. But we still really, really are trying to push for the reservoir. We're trying to push to drain the reservoir, but we are struggling at the moment. Because we keep getting We keep getting other runs, almost. Like, we keep getting runs that are better suited to other things. So that's unfortunate. But next run, I mean, we're going to do one more run today. And this next run is going to be awesome. Because we have 24 gems and 111 coins. We could probably temporal excavation site of the dead, 5 tomorrow rooms, 36 excavated dig spots, 12 dead end rooms, 115 steps taken, 22 items found. That was a crazy run, actually. Like, wowzers. What a crazy run. Okay. But I think this run's going to be even crazier. I think this run can be a huge run in our house history. Day 36. 36 is a very good number. It's 6 squared. Let's do this. I am prepared for this run. 26. Oh my god. And 5 keys as well because we had clock tower. I didn't even think about that. Right. We are unstoppable this run. We are literally... This is the most overpowered run we ever have had. And we probably ever will have. So let's not mess it up. Let's not mess it up, he says. Look at how many gems and coins we have. And steps. We've got 90 steps. It all kind of comes down to what do we draft here? I think no matter what, really, we are getting to room 46. So, but I don't necessarily want to go to room 46. It's just, it probably will be that way. We don't want to pick Hovel. Sure, let's do Tomb. Let's do Tomb. We don't necessarily need to go into the Tomb. So that's alright. But also, we need to note that Tomb is available if we get Her Ladyship's Chamber. So we can focus on trying to get Her Ladyship's Chamber as well. Quest Bedroom. We may as well do it. We're back on. We're on 100 steps now. That is crazy. Yeah. So let's do hallway, and then here. Like, this is insane. We can draft whatever room we want. It's crazy. I wonder if this is just how late game is. Like, is late game just insane run after insane run? I really hope so, because I really want to see how this all pans out. So, we can do an experiment here. Whenever you draft an archived floor plan, when you draft a red room, lose 5 steps. Each time you find some trash while digging, sure. Gain 3 gold for each red room, add 3 aquariums. We could have an insane aquarium run. I don't really care about that. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. I mean, sure. I'm not really fussed, but that would be an insane amount of keys. Okay, we really want to get pump room. We really want to get pool, and we really want to get pump room. So unfortunately, it's going to be a blueprints run, despite the fact we have loads of coins. I might regret that later, but drawing room. And we're going to use our redraw capabilities no matter what, because we want to get a pool. Oh my gosh, study on this run it goes so hard. It goes so hard. Okay, what about this treasure? Treasure, by the way, 138 coins. Yeah, this run is unstoppable. Maybe I should have done shop rooms. That could have been a mistake, because we're not going to get freezer. What are we going to spend all this money on? Oh, no. I'll do a drafting studio. What do we get here? Whenever you draw Dovecote while drafting, you may rotate. I'm more interested in dormitory, probably just for the lore of it. So we'll do dormitory. And then what's through here? Security is great, because the only thing that can really stop us in this run... It happens every time. It happens every time I say it. The only thing that can stop us is a security door. So we just have to be a little bit cautious about that. But I will turn them down right now. And offline mode unlocked as well. Ah, here we go. Here's the utility closet. Great. So we've instantly deactivated the keycards. Gymnasium off, darkroom on, garage on. Brilliant. And then... Hang on, I want to see something. Yeah, it has 1:30 on it. There's been clues about that clock for so long. That clock puzzle. That's super weird. Why 1:30? I'll have to think about that. Chamber of Mirrors. We'll do Observatory. Oh, we should have redrew. We should have redrew there. That might be a mistake. Oh well. We can look through here. The sale. Everything is 15% off. Bro, we don't even have shops to go to and we have 138 coins. Oh, I'm going to be so upset when we're going to have all of these coins at the end of the run with nowhere to spend them. Okay, well, we may as well get all of these things. Although I don't really care about any of them. I don't. Okay. Key. Let's do Den. This run is, you know, it's unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Could get Office. Let's redraw. Let's redraw. I want a pool. Vault. Vault is good. And of course, we have the gems for it, so why not? And again, Vault is insane because we get so many coins from it. So we need the gift shop. We really need the gift shop. Can we even get the gift shop again? Treasure map. We're going to dig up the coffer of Mount Holly. Oh wait, we don't have a shovel. But we're going to make it to 200 coins at this rate with nowhere to spend them. I should have done shop rooms. Such an idiot. Trophy room. Trophy room just gets us a bunch more gems. And we can also see our lovely trophies that we've got. Oh, look at this. I need to be reminded of the trophies. So, Full House we've done. Inheritance we've done. We are 8 rooms away from completing the directory. Dare mode we need to unlock. Bullseye, we're on our way. Parlor games, we're on our way. Trophy of Invention, we've done 5 out of 8. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. Unlock all 8 realm sigils, we've done 2. Day 1 trophy, don't know how you do that. Trophy of Speed, Trophy of Wealth. That's what we need. We need a showroom. We need a showroom, and we can do it, I think. Diploma trophy, which we're on our way to do. We can do that, and then complete the trophy case. I think all of that is possible, apart from maybe like the day 1 stuff. Like that's crazy. Can we get a showroom on this run? A showroom would be insane. I mean, we can keep redrawing. Pool. Pool is what we want. We can probably keep redrawing from the pump room to get the boiler room as well, or the other way around. Just food for thought. I don't even know what that is, but I don't need it. Spread keys throughout the house. Let's redraw. We do need to be careful as well. I don't want to run out of gems by doing this. Come on. Showroom! Oh my gosh. So, this run is crazy. So how much does all of this cost? 140, 170, 220. What does any of this do? Opens all normal doors. Emerald bracelet. You don't have to pay the gem costs. Chronograph. While drafting, you may rewind time after drawing new floor plans. An ornate compass. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. So, before we do this, let's try and get another, like, 50 gems. Let's try and get 220. We can do it. We need a shovel. We need a shovel. Pump room. Yes. Pump room. Into here. Now we go for a boiler room. Boiler room. Vault key. Oh. Boiler room. Come on. I just need a boiler room. Yes! Yes! Best run ever. Best run by far. Okay. So we've been wanting to do this for eons. So what we've been wanting to do, I don't even remember at this point, is we've got this going into here, but we want it to go here, I think. That opens that, and that powers that. So yes, we do want that. And then this one we want going up. Yes, we've done that. So it's literally just to go up here and to shift this to here. And then this will be turned on. And we can direct to the pump room. So here we go. This is the run I've been waiting for. This is such a sick run. And it's nowhere near its end. We need to get 50 coins. And we can get another trophy. That's insane. Okay, so reserve tank. Tank 1, fill. How does this work? Tank 1, fill. Isn't this tank 1? Tank 1. Oh, tank... No, tank 1 drain, right? Yeah. So then we also want fountain. Oh, well, we want reservoir. We want reservoir to go into... No, we want reservoir to go out of. Yeah, cool. So that's draining that. And we want it to drain tank 1 even more. And now all of this water is removed, meaning we can fully drain the reservoir. So, tank 1 drain. Perfect. That's all we've wanted to do in the pump room. And now we can fully drain the reservoir. The question is, do we want to right now fully drain the reservoir? And we may as well, because we're at it at this point. So, let's do that. And then switch to fountain and put a little bit more in the fountain. And then, now that we've drained one... Oh, never mind. Oh, we have to wait. Oh, God. So then reservoir. Fill it up. Okay. So we've drained the reservoir. This run. Can it get any better than this run? I think this might be peak Blueprints gameplay. Let's use this key. We can get the vault key for the vault. Yeah, let's do it. Let's retrieve item, the vault key. Let's go... I want to go back here. Oh, I can do this by just going like this, because we don't need the other... We don't need the other water pump. The water... What's it called? We don't need the other water tank anymore. In all seriousness, we are running out of keys. So let's go to the music room. And we get another vault key. Perfect! Does a run get better than this? I'm willing to bet that this is the best it gets. I'm not going to open that room because I want to save my keys. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Okay. So, now vault time. It's vault time, which is very exciting. It's such an exciting time. And we're going to get more coins from the vault, aren't we? We've never drained the pool, by the way. We should drain the pool. I don't know how interesting that will be, but we can drain the pool. Let's go to the vault, and then let's see what the numbers are. So 370 and 304. 304. Okay. Oh, gems. Great. Just what I wanted. And 370 is here. Come on. Sanctum key. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. So an upgrade disc. 3 gems. Oh my gosh, guys. This is insane. A Fen Ares passport. Same thing. Same exact thing. Gene ribbon. So another fake ID. Loads of gems. We got our sanctum key that we needed from the vault. Oh my gosh, 40 coins. We're going to buy out the showroom. Uncle, thank you again for all your help. I know I could never hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have the chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind, as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too many suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyway. I know I do, Mary. Oh, that's actually really sweet. I mean, it's really sweet despite all the fake IDs, but, you know, we don't have anything to dig with still. Okay, but we can definitely get 10 coins and go back to the showroom. So now let's go to the foundation and see what's in the reservoir. Okay, the reservoir has been drained. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we can now go down here. This has been a very tough thing to do, so we better get a good reward. Oh, this is actually going to be another sanctum key, isn't it? You're kidding me. Oh, all of these are locked. Oh boy, so we just got to choose one. Let's choose this one. Put a key in it. Only one blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement. Oh no. So we need loads of keys. So we need loads of corridors. And we need a shovel, is what I'm thinking. Ah, that's annoying. So I'm not gonna spend another key yet. But one of these boxes, I am sure, is going to have a sanctum key, unless the sanctum key is just lying about, but it's definitely going to be in a box, isn't it? This seems very suspicious. The boat is here. It's an odd... Oh my... Frick it. I'm curious. A box in the... A box in the water contains 3 allowance tokens. Okay. And that's handwritten, so it's true. Oh, I would love to get keys, 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 and more keys to do this. But unfortunately, this might not be the run to do it. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, we can at least go and put the sanctum key in. Okay, so this is our 5th out of 8 sanctum keys. I love this music. It's so good. We can open room 46 just because we can. I don't think we're going to go in there. Although if we do go into the antechamber today, we do get some allowance because of the bunk room. No, not the bunk room. The quest bedroom. That's right. Okay. So then back up to the surface through the foundation. If we somehow mess this up, I'm going to be very mad. But these both aren't going to be locked, so I think there's no way we can actually mess this up. But, you know, I've said that before. and I was wrong. So back to the lab. Back to the lab again. And then from here we go through the hallway. And we start drafting to get coins. Mainly to get coins, but also to get keys. So actually, music room is good. Prism key is good because that will actually allow us to get more hallways if we draft another hallway. Or we could use the prism key on the hallway. Although hallways are never going to be locked, are they? So I don't think that's ever going to work out for us. Locker room, spread keys throughout the house. Let's do it. Because also, we've never actually opened all of these lockers. But it seems like such a big task. Each time you dig in a room. Now, let's redraw. I want to get coins. I want to get coins. Let's do secret passage. And then what do we do? A green room maybe? I think a green room is appropriate because we want to get a shovel to get more keys. What special keys do we have? Prism key. That's not going to work out. Yeah, let's use this key. Ah. Yes, I think Corryard. No shovel. Ah, darn it. But what's beeping? Oh, there's a key. Okay, that's very nice. This way is garage for the keys. Yeah. But now I'm concerned about we're not going to get enough coins. But it will be fine, maybe? It might be fine. Do we have tomb? We do have tomb. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, because there's loads of coins in the tomb. Great. So we've done showroom then. 100%. We don't need to worry about getting more showroom stuff. We're just worrying about getting more keys. And we can spread coins. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Coins. Let's access this terminal. Oh, and use our upgrade disc. Sure. I guess we can do that if we need to. I think this is now our best one. Spare room. Ah. Spare bedroom, spare green room, or spare hall. Interesting. I don't know. I guess spare bedroom, because usually bedrooms you don't usually get bedrooms that go straight, do you? And bedrooms can be... But green rooms are always good. Let's do spare green room. I don't really... I like how it's being painted green. That's great. I don't really care for that one that much. I don't think there's that much about that one. But let's spread gold. Spread gold in estate. Do we have a conference room? Actually, wait, we might have a conference room. No. A conference room would have been great because then that would have had all of the keys and all of the coins, but it's fine. And then I think we'll just take mail room. And get a magnifying glass for sure. Great. So what we need to do is we need to find loads and loads of keys. It says there's a key here. Oh no, there's a coin. We need to find loads of keys. We need to go to the tomb for an extra 4 coins. Believe it or not. Oh wait, there's a thing here. I didn't realise. Attic, yeah. Because we won't need gems from now on. And we can get coins in here. Or keys. And coins, but mainly keys that we need. Battery pack, key, coin key, secret garden key, lockpick. Oh, I wonder if the lockpick will work on the boxes. I doubt they will. But that would be nice, wouldn't it? It says there's something else here. Oh, I'm just blind. Okay. Great. We've got a lot of keys. And there's more to come as well. Yep. Key here. It's a good thing we have the metal detector. So where is this gold then that has been spread? I was promised gold. Oh my. This is more than enough gold. This is way more than we need. Okay, well, I will take it, you know. I will absolutely take it. I don't know why I'm looking for more. I mean, 267 is absolutely enough for our cause. I am running low on steps now, though, so I'm getting a little bit anxious about this. But no, we can go to the showroom for sure. And then we can try and see if we can do anything in the reservoir with all of the keys that we're going to have. Hopefully we find the sanctum key. Right, are you ready for this? I don't think I'm ready for this, to be honest. Did we get a dining room? We didn't get a dining room. We are going to run out of steps, but that's not awful. What's beeping at me? Is it just all of the items in here? Or is that actually like an item on the floor? I don't know. But the trophy room said one of my quests was to buy out the showroom. So that's what I'm going to do. Chronograph and ornate compass. You need 320 coins to do this? That's actually pissed me off. That's pissed me off a little bit. So, but I'm not going to be able to get another 39 coins. So let's go back to the foundation, which is going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Oh my gosh. I do have another room I can draft at the top, but I doubt that's going to get me 40 coins. That's so annoying. Is that going to be there from now on, or is that only going to be there for this run? That's actually really annoyed me. It's really annoyed me because I feel like it shouldn't be that way. Like, it's only fair. I got all of the items in the showroom. I didn't know there was going to be a trophy. The worst thing that could happen here is I open these boxes and I get 40 coins and I don't have enough steps to go back. If that happens, then I have a big problem with what happened in this run. Because that's just, it's not really that fair. We're not going to be able to go back because we just don't have enough steps for it. Oh boy. So I hope we get some steps in these boxes. But we've got 12 keys. Surely we're going to be able to get the right one. Now it said one of them in the water has 3 allowance tokens. Which I trust that. Because it's, you know, it's red and it's handwritten. But, oh my gosh! This is the right one! Okay, now I'm happy. I'm happy. This box contained the sanctum key. Great, that is true. Let's go and do that right now. Because No, let's do that. Let's do that once we've done all the keys, because I don't think we can come back here. So let's try and get the allowance token one, I guess. This one. Green note. Green memos in blue boxes are true. Okay. All green memos found in boxes in the water are true. No, that's false. This one's green. Hopefully. No. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by that. So that's untrue. So it could be this one. The sanctum key is not in a box in the water. I know that. So it's not this one. This one doesn't have the thing in it. The allowance tokens. Could be this one. There we go. Great. An extra 6 coins. Which, like, great. It's great, isn't it? An extra 6 coins for allowance. I doubt any of those are going to have anything great in it. Let's see what this one is. A black box contains allowance tokens. That was wrong. It was a white box. These are all just going to be clues for the... I feel like it's all just clues for allowance token. It's all just going to be for the allowance tokens and the sanctum key. I doubt there's going to be anything else. Let's see this one. The sanctum key is in a black box. I don't care. Green memos in white boxes are lies. Yeah, I think we've actually got both of the rewards, which I'm... Pink boxes marked by sun always contain blue memos. Interesting. So this one contains a blue memo. All boxes marked by sun contain memos that are true. Well, this is weird. I think we got all the rewards from this. I don't think there's anything else here. I could be wrong for sure. And maybe on the next day we will want to try and open the rest of them. But I got my sanctum key. I got my allowance tokens. It never said that there was anything else. So let's go and put the sanctum key in. And that's unfortunately the end of the run. Unless I can find a way to scrape 40 coins and a bunch of steps. I don't think it's possible. Look at this though. We've got 2 sanctum keys left and I don't know what any of the clues mean. Okay. So 2 left. 2 left. Isn't that insane? I'm so happy with how this run went because it was so good. But at the same time, it became such an unfortunate run for the showroom trophy because I didn't know the showroom trophy was 100. Like, I wouldn't have picked garage here. I wouldn't have picked office here. I would have branched out a bit more if I knew that there was an extra showroom trophy worth 100. It just doesn't feel good at all. But there's nothing I can do about it. Can I? I can't even get to the code check. So I can't put any of these in the code check. It would have been nice to have one of these for the next run, but... Oh well, I think that is it then. I think that's calling it a day. We've got 33 coins in our allowance, so at least we've got a big allowance that we can carry on with. Despite us having 61 coins that were unspent. East facing house of cogs. East wing favoured. 5 mechanical rooms. For sure. So, that is the end for today. I've been recording for 3 hours. I've been recording for a total of like 6.5 hours today. So, very, very good day in general for this whole spiel. We've got 2 sanctum keys to go. We've managed to find the vault key and we managed to drain the reservoir and find that key. We just need the station key and the last key waiting behind the last door of 8. I mean, maybe this one would just open automatically once you get all of the other 7, potentially. So I think we're going to focus on finding a station, but like, I don't know where you can find a station. I don't know what that means. So drain the reservoir we've done. Break the walls. Break the wall in greenhouse we need to do. Break the wall in greenhouse. And then we need to look at that yellow object in the orchard. I keep forgetting to do that. And then we've permanently disposed of water. We found the 7th safe. I mean, 320 coins for showroom trophy. This has been an insane day. I mean, I think we started this day with only 2 of these, and now we've got 6 of them. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm so this puzzle, best puzzle in Blueprint so far. Definitely. I really enjoyed doing this. It was hard, but it was fun. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I'm really enjoying this series, and I'm really glad that you guys are too. In 1 hour from now, from me recording, the 4th episode is going to be premiering, and I'm going to be watching that with everybody, and we're going to have a great time. So, yeah, I really enjoy this playthrough. This is so much fun. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye.